Hello students, let's do data handling exercise 24B. We are on page number 268 with question 25. The heights in centimeters of 8 girls of a class are given here in blue. I have marked it in blue here respectively. That means the first girl, the height is 140 centimeters. The second girl is 142 centimeters and so on. Find the mean height of these girls and their median height. So we have to find the mean height, that means the average height, and the median height. That is the height that is in the middle. Okay, so let's begin by finding the mean height. So first thing, remember, when we find the mean height, we have to find the sum of all the observations. Observations are these heights. So let's write down these heights. Now we have 140. So remember, they're all in centimeters. So we will not write the centimeters now. We will just write the numbers. 140, 142, 135, 133, 137, 150, 148 plus 138. And when you add up all these, you get 1123. So this is the sum of all the observations. Then what do we have to write? We have to write the number of observations, which is already given to us in the beginning that there are 8 girls. So the number of observations will be 8. Now to find the mean, the formula is sum of all the observations by the number of observations. So that is 1123. Remember, this is in centimeters. We will write it here on top in centimeters. 1123 divided by 8. So now let's divide 1123 by 8. 8 ones are 8 minus 11 minus 8 is 3. We bring down 2. The number is 32. 8 fours are 32 minus 0. Bring down 3. Now 3 is smaller than 8. So we put a 0. Isn't it? So and then 8 zeros are 0. Now subtract. You get 3. Now we're going to continue with that division by putting a point here. Carry that point up. Now we can put zeros here. Bring that 0 down. Now the number is 30. 8 threes are 24 minus, now here let's subtract this. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we continue again our division. 0, we bring down that 0 down. It's 60. 8 sevens are 56. 8 sevens are 56 minus, now here 10 minus 6 is 4. So here we will get a remainder 0. So we'll continue our division because it's 40 here and 8 fives are 40. 8 fives are 40. So the remainder here is 0. So what is our quotient? Our quotient is 140.375, which is the mean height. So the mean height is 140.375 centimeters. Now, if you have to round this off to 2 decimal places, then we say 140.38 centimeters, because after 7, here we have 5. That means we can increase this by 1. So this is the mean height of the girls of the class. That means this is the average height. They are around 140.38 centimeters. Now we have to find the median height also. So again here we need to have all the heights. Now to find the median height, first thing is we have to put them in ascending order. So here let's look at all these numbers and look for the smallest number here. The smallest number here is 133. So let's strike that off and write 133 here. 133. Then what do we have? Then we have 135 and 137. So here let's write 135, 137. Then what do we have in 130s? Here we have 138. So 138. Now it's all in 140s. So let's see, 140. Then we have 142. So let's write that 140, 142. Then we have two numbers 150 and 148 left. So first is 148 and then is 150. 148 and then 150. So when you find the median, this is the first thing to do. You have to arrange the data in ascending order. Then the next thing is count the number. We have 8 here, isn't it? It says 8 girls. So we have 8 terms and it is even. Remember, to find the median, you have to count the number of terms. If it is odd or even, there are particular formula to follow. So now it is even, there is a particular formula to find the median. So let's use that formula. So this is the formula, that is half into n by 2 that term plus n by 2 plus 1 that term. Okay, so it is simple, though the formula looks difficult. Now let's write that 1 by 2 into n by 2. Remember, n is given here the number of terms. So n is 8. 8 by 2, that term, that's why we're putting th, okay, that term plus n by 2, which is again 8 by 2 plus 1, and that is also the term, okay, term. So we have to add up these two and multiply it by 1 by 2. So let's do that again. So here we have 1 by 2 in 8 divided by 2 is 4. That means the fourth term here, plus 8 by 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. The fifth term. Fifth term. So usually remember, when you get fourth term here, this will be 4 plus 1, 5. If you get fifth term, 5 plus 1, 6. So it's usually the consecutive numbers. It's always the consecutive numbers. So fourth term plus fifth term, and that we multiplied by 1 by 2. So here, what is the fourth term? So 1 by 2 into, now what is the fourth term? Let's look at the fourth term. The fourth term is now 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth term, 138, and this is the fifth term, 140. So 1 by 2 into, in brackets we can write the fourth term, which is 138, plus the fifth term, which is 140. So add up these two and multiply it by 1 by 2. So this will be 1 by 2 into 278. Now we can divide, we can multiply, we can cancel also. So here 2 ones are 2. So here we can say 2 ones are 2. Then we go to 7. 2 threes are 6. There's 1 left. You bring it here, it becomes 18. 2 nines are 18. So 1 into 139. So here we have 139 by 1. So that is equal to 139. So what is our answer? The median height is 139 centimeters. So this is our final answer here. Question 26. Find the mean, the median and the mode of the first question given here. So remember, the mean is the average of these numbers and we need to follow certain steps. So let's follow that and begin. So first step is sum of all the observations. So add up all these 12 plus 24 plus 24 again plus 12 plus 30 plus 12. So let's add up all these and find the sum. And the sum is 114. So the first step. Second step is the number of observations. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of observations is 6. Now the formula to find the mean is sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations. So 114 divided by 6. So let's do that division quickly. So here we have 6. 6 ones are 6 minus 11 minus 6 is 5. We have 454. 6 nines are 54. So minus, we've got our quotient. Our quotient is 19. So we have found the mean. The mean is 19. So this is the answer for this question. The mean is 19. Now the next thing is we have to find the median. So let's find the median for this one. So here the rule is first to arrange them in ascending order. So the smallest number here is 12. Can you see 12 here? So we have 1, 2 and 3 12. So let's put them together. So 12, we are putting in ascending order. Then which is the next number? We have 24, 2 24s. And then we have 30. So we have covered all the numbers. This is the first step. Then we need to count how many numbers we have. We've already counted. We know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, which is an even number. So number of terms is 6, which is even. That means there is a particular rule to follow, a particular formula. So let's use that formula. So the formula here is this: 1 by 2 into the n by 2, that term, plus n by 2 plus 1, that term. So let's do that. So that is 1 by 2 into n by 2. Remember, n is the number of terms, that is 6 by 2, and th, that term, plus n by 2. Again, we write 6 by 2 plus 1, that term. Remember what I said earlier? So here when we have a term here, the term next to it, this term and the term next to it is what we are talking about. And that we multiply by 1 by 2. So here let's do that. So 1 by 2 into 6 by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That means the third term plus, this will be the fourth term, isn't it? Third term plus the fourth term. So it's always the terms that come next to each other. So now we're going to multiply that. So half into, now which is the third term? 1, 2, 3. The third term is 12 and the fourth term is 24. So 12 plus 24. So let's do that. 12 plus 24. So this will be half into 12 plus 24 is 36. Now here we can cancel. 2 into 18 is 36. So 1 into 18 is 18. So we have found the median. The median is 18. So we finished finding the mean and the median. Now let's find the mode. Now to find the mode, again we have to arrange it in ascending order. So let's arrange these numbers. So we have 1, 2 and 3 12s. So 1, 2 and 3 12s. Then we have 2 24s. And then we have a 30. Okay, remember we are finding the mode. Mode means the number that occurs the most number of times is the mode. Okay, so here let's write that. What is mode? Mode is a number with the maximum frequency. And what's the meaning of frequency? The number of times that number appears or that number occurs. So which is the number with the maximum frequency here? So as you can see, 12s, there are 3 12s, isn't it? So the number with the maximum frequency is 12. That means the mode is 12. So we have our answer here. The mode here is 12. Question 2. Here also we have to find all three, the mean, the median and the mode. So first let's find the mean. So that means first step is to find the sum of the observations. You don't have to write it in ascending order when you're finding the mean. So let's write all these numbers: 21, 24 plus 21 plus 6 plus 15 plus 18. Remember to cancel out so that you won't miss out any number. Now we have 21, 45. So let's write 21 plus 45 plus we have 9 and 6 plus 9 plus 6 plus we have 27 and 15. So plus 27 plus 15. So we have all the numbers. Now let's add it up and find the sum of these numbers. So when you add up everything, you get 228. This is the sum of the observations. Now the next step is the number of observations. So now let's count the number of observations. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the number of observations is 12. Now let's use the formula to find the mean. The formula is sum of all observations by the number of observations. The sum is 228. Divide this by 12. So let's do that. 228 divided by 12. 12 ones are 12 minus 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. 8. 108. 12 into 9 is 108. So now we have our quotient. Our quotient is 19, which is the mean. So quotient is 19 and this is the answer. This is the mean. Remember, mean is the average. That means this will be a number which won't be less than the smallest number here, and it will not be greater than the greatest number here. It is a number in between. It's called the average or the mean. Now let's find the median of the same set of numbers. So here we have the data. Remember, here we have to arrange in ascending order. To find the median and the mode, you have to first arrange in ascending order. So here let's begin by writing this in ascending order. Look for the smallest. The smallest is 6 and we have 1, 2. We have 2 there. So 6 and 6. Then what do we have? What is the next number? We have 9 and we have only 1, 9. Then the next number, the smallest, let's go ahead and see. We have 15. Nothing smaller than 15. We have two 15s. So 15 and 15. Then let's see. Now we have 18. So let's write down 18. There's only one 18, isn't it? Yes, only one 18. Then we have 21. So 1, 2, 3 21s. So 1, 2 and 3 21s. Then what do we have? We have 24. There's only one 24. Then we have 127. And then we have a 45. So we've covered all the numbers. Yes, we've covered all. So now we have the numbers in ascending order. Next is to count, and we've already counted. We know it's 12 and 12 is an even number. So let's write that. Number of terms is 12, which is even. That means it's a formula, and for even numbers this is the formula, 1 by 2 into these terms. So let's multiply. So n by 2 means 12 by 2. 12 by 2, that term. So we have to put a th there and write term. Plus n by 2, that means plus 1 means the next term, isn't it? N by 2 plus 1, that term. And then we multiply this by 1 by 2. So 1 by 2. Now 12 by 2 is 6. So that means we're talking about the sixth term plus the next term. 6 plus 1 is 7. That is the seventh term. So we're looking at the sixth term and the seventh term here. So here the next step is 1 by 2 into the sixth term. So which is the sixth term? Let's look and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 18 and 7 is 21. So these are the two terms, 18 and 21. So we have to add up those two terms. So that will be 18 plus 21. Add up these two terms and multiply it by 1 by 2. So that is 1 by 2 into 18 plus 21 is 39. So here this will be 39 divided by 2. So let's divide 39 by 2. 2 ones are 2 minus, bring down 9, 19. 2 nines are 18 minus 1. This remainder, let's continue our division by putting a point. Put a point, put a 0, bring that 0 down. Now the number is 10. So 2 5s are 10. So now our remainder is 0 and look at the quotient, it is 19.5. So we have found our answer, we have found the median. The median is 19.5. Okay, so we've got our answer. So we found the mean and the median. The next thing is we have to find the mode. Okay, now to find the mode, first step is ascending order. So let's begin with the smallest number. We have 1 and 2. We have two 6s here. 1, 2. Then what is the next smallest number? We have 9. Then let's go to the next one, which is 15. We have 1, 2, two 15s. Then we have an 18. Then the next one is 21. So 1, 2, 3. We have three 21s. 1, 2 and 3 21s. Then what do we have next? We have 24. Then we have 27. And the last number is 45. Have we covered everything? Yes, we have covered everything. So this is the first thing to do. Okay. Now arrange it in ascending order. Then look out for the number which occurs the maximum number of times. That is the mode. So what is the mode? Mode is the number with the maximum frequency. Frequency means occurring how many times, the number of times that a number appears. So here you can see 6 appears twice, 9 is only once, 15 is twice, 18 once, 21 is 3 times, all the others are 1. So which is the number which occurs the maximum number of times? It's 21, isn't it? So that is the mode. So the number with the maximum frequency is 21. Therefore, the mode is 21. So this is our answer. The mode is 21. Question 27. The following table shows the market positions of some brands of soap. This table. Okay. Now we have to draw a suitable bar graph. Now we already have a graph sheet here. We have to draw a bar graph based on this table. Now there's a particular way to do it. Okay. So let's start with the steps. So the first thing we do is we normally give it a title. So we give it a title, so we can call it market positions of some brands of soap as it's given in the question. You can take it straight from the question. Market positions of some brands of soap. So now when we start with a graph, the first thing we need to do is we need to draw our axis. So this one, this horizontal line will be the x-axis, and then we have a vertical line like this, and this is the y-axis. So first thing we need to do is that draw an x-axis and a y-axis. Next thing is we have to write what we're going to show on the x-axis. So what we have here, soap brands, is what we're going to show on the x-axis, and what we have here, number of buyers, is what we will show on the y-axis. So all our numbers will come on the y-axis. So here we have number of buyers. Now, what are the soap brands mentioned here? Here it's given as the letters of the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, and E. And this is shown on the x-axis, so we can show that here. So we have A here. Now remember, when you are going to do this, you have to do it very carefully. So here we are going to leave out one square, which is 1 centimeters, and then write A. Then again, leave out 1 centimeter, and in the next centimeter, write B. Leave out 1 centimeter, and in the next centimeter write C. Again leave out 1 centimeter. In the next centimeter write D. Leave out 1 centimeter and then write E. Why are we doing this? Because the gaps between the different columns should be the same. Okay, between the different bars should be the same. So see that right from the beginning the distance is the same. So if you're going to leave 1 centimeter here, then between all these you have to leave 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is what we're going to show on the x-axis. So x-axis we have soap brands, and we have written the name of the brands as given to us in the question. Now here we have number of buyers, isn't it? And buyers numbers, have a look at that. We have 51, 27, 15, 24 and 18. The smallest is 15 and the highest is 51. So we have to now decide our scale. Scale means on the y-axis, 1 centimeter, how much are we going to take that as? 1 centimeter will have 10 millimeters here, isn't it? So 1 centimeter, we can take it as 10 buyers. Can you see that? Because the smallest number is 15, I can take it as 10, or I can even take it as 20. If I take it as 10, then every centimeter should be in multiples of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and so on. So if you start with 10, everything should be in multiples of 10. If you start with 5, everything should be in multiples of 5. If you start with 1, everything should be in multiples of 1. So whatever you're starting with here, it should be in multiples of that on the y-axis. So that is your scale. So scale here we're going to take 1 centimeter equals 10 buyers. So here let's write that down. So this we'll say is 10. I'll write it here to make it clearer for you. So 10, 20, 30, then we have 40, 50. Now I'll stop at 60. So we can stop at 60 because here our highest number is 51. We can stop at 51 also. So now We have our x-axis with all the brands. On the y-axis, we have the number of buyers. Now we have to look at the bar that we are going to draw. Now the soap brand A, how many buyers does it have? Can you see here? Soap brand A has 51 buyers. That means your bar has to go all the way up to 50. It has to go up to 50 and mark on 51. Remember, 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters, so it will be easy for you to get 51 on your graph sheet. So that will be our first column. So this is column A. This is with 51 buyers. Next is soap brand B. Let's see. It has 27 buyers. So B, you have to go all the way up to 20, which is here, and then follow carefully to reach 27. So let's do that. So we have soap brand B with 27. Now, one more thing that you can do is put the number above each bar. So this is 27. So I can write 27 here. Now the first one was 51. So I can write 51 above each bar. Next one, brand C has 15 buyers. So C is here. Look for 15. We have 10 here. So 15 will come between 10 and 20. It will come in between 10 and 20. So draw your bar also there. So that is 15. So let's write 15. 1, 5, 15. Now D, brand D has 24 buyers. So D is here, follow up to 24. So we have 20 here, 24 is in between 20 and 30, 24. So let's get that. So that is 24. We can write it here, 24. The last one is brand E, which has 18 buyers. So E is here. Now we have to look for 18. We have 10 here and 20 here. So you know where 18 will come. It will come somewhere there in between. So follow that with the help of your ruler and draw your bar. So we have it here. So that is 18. So now we have drawn our bar graph. So normally when you draw, you will just draw with the help of your pencil, isn't it? Later you can color it up. You can use different colors or you can use the same color for all the bars. So now we have finished the bar graph showing that the market positions of some brands of soap. So can you see how this is done? So it's important that you draw the x-axis, the y-axis, write what you're showing on the x-axis, write what you're showing on the y-axis, decide on what your scale is going to be and accordingly mark that on your y-axis. Remember, if you're starting with 10, it should all be in multiples of 10. So here I started with 10, so it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. So these are the important points, and after you draw your bar, write the number above each bar so you know that you have got that much. Okay. Question 28. The birth rate per thousand of different countries over a particular period of time is shown. In this table here, the birth rate of different countries, you can see the countries here and the birth rate per thousand is shown here. Okay, now we have to draw a suitable graph based on this table. So we have a graph sheet here. The first thing to do is give it a title. So for that, you can look at the question itself and see what you can decide based on the question. So here we can just write birth rate per thousand. You can also say of different countries. So we give it a title. Next we have to do is we have to draw the y-axis and the x-axis. So this is the y-axis, the vertical one, and the horizontal one is the x-axis. So we have the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, what are we going to show on the x-axis and what are we going to show on the y-axis? The first row, what we have in the first row is what we usually show on the x-axis. That means on the x-axis, we're going to show the country, the different countries. Now, here can you see the different countries are India, UK, China, Germany and Sweden. Some of these names are quite long, isn't it? So you will not be able to fit it into these little centimeters that you have here. So there is another way of doing it and I will show it to you. So on the y-axis, what are we showing? We are showing the birth rate. So the next row is this, the birth rate, which we are going to show on the y-axis. Now here, remember the y-axis has numbers and we have to decide how we're going to put those numbers. So for that, let's look at the highest number here. The highest number is 42 and the smallest number is 8. And you know your graph sheet is quite long, isn't it? So you can get nice and long bars, nice and long columns if you can spread out your numbers. So here what we can do is we can decide on the scale. Now 1 centimeter will be here somewhere. So 1 centimeter is going to be 10, then 20, 30, 40. Then all our bars are going to be short. They'll all be very short till here only. Whereas we have so much of space, isn't it? So what we can do is instead of taking 1 centimeter as 10, let's take 2 centimeters as 10. So now our bar will be nice and long. So let's write that as our scale. So our scale is 2 centimeters equal to 10 birds. Remember what we're showing on the y-axis is what the scale should be. That's why we have 10 birds per 1000. Remember that. So 2 centimeters. So 2 centimeters means this. Okay, so we're going to start with this. So this is 10. So this will be 20. This will be 30. And this will be 40. We need only this much, isn't it? We need only up to 40 because our highest number here is 42. So always depending on your highest number, you need to decide how your scale should be. Now, if your highest number went up to 80 or 90, then we could have said only 1 centimeter is equal to 10. So here, since we have a lot of space, I've taken 2 centimeters to be equal to 10. So now we can draw our bars conveniently. Okay, so we have a scale, we have a birth rate. Now let's go back to the table and see. Now India has 35 births per 1000, 35. So the first bar should be here. Remember when you draw the bar, it should all be of the same width. Okay, all bars should have the same width and the gap between the bars also should be the same. So I'm going to draw the first bar here and it says 35. So I have to go all the way up to 30. So we have 30 here. So 35 will be in between 30 and 40, the halfway mark between 30 and 40. So let's draw the first bar. So we have a first bar here. So this is India. So let's write. Now, like I said, it is difficult to write the whole word India here. So you can do this way. Draw your bar and write the word India inside. And then on top, write your number. So this is 35. For India, it is 35. So we have drawn our first bar. We didn't have space to write India here. So we put the name India inside the bar. And then you can give it a color, whichever color you would like to use. Second one is UK 22. So the second bar, you have to leave a gap of 1 centimeter and draw the second bar here. 22. So where is 20? 20 is here. The 22 will come in between here. So your bar will come somewhere here. So let's do that. So we have UK going up to that. So that is UK. So let's write UK inside. And the number is 22. So this is how you do it. Again, like I said, you can choose any color that you want. The next country is China, and China has 42. So 42, now again remember, leave a centimeter and then draw, go all the way up to 40 and 42 will be just above that. So let's draw that bar. So we've drawn that bar. So this is China. So let's write the word China inside and we have China here, a red bar. So as you can see, it's very clear and the number is 42. So you can write the number 42. The next country is Germany. Germany has 13. So 13 will be after 10. Okay, so you have to take 2 centimeters. So 11, 12 and 13. So take it carefully. So this will be Germany. Germany will be 13. So let's write Germany inside. So we have Germany there and 13. We'll write the number 13. Next is Sweden and Sweden is 8. So 8 will be below 10. 8 will be below 10. So accordingly mark it. So we have Sweden and that is 8. So let's write 8 here. So now we've got all our bars. Okay. So this is one way of doing where you can't write the names below. You can write it inside the bars. Then give colors accordingly. So we've finished with our bar graph. So how did we do this? First we gave it a title. Then we got the x-axis, the y-axis. Then what did we show on the x-axis? You have to write clearly country. On the y-axis we have birth rate and we have to decide how we are going to write the numbers on the y-axis. So based on that, we write our scale. Once we decide the scale, we can start writing our numbers here. And then we can start drawing our bars and complete our bars by coloring it. You can use different colors and put the number above each. So this is how you draw your bar graph. So with this, children, we come to the end of our exercise. Thank you, children.